Hi, my name is Ashley Kaufman, and I'm going to start off our group by introducing our business venture. The Fainting Goat Cafe is an all-inclusive restaurant that has many vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free options for everyone to feel included while dining out. And this is a way for everyone to eat healthier food while still getting that same amazing taste of a restaurant quality. And we're going to be talking about our team leadership manual today and steps and procedures that we have included in our manual to help teams and all of our leaders be successful in accomplishing our goals and just working together as a team. I'm going to start off by talking about applying leadership principles. First off, vision. It is very important for all of our leaders to make sure that each one of our team members knows and respects our vision and knows what they're working towards. If they don't know what they're working towards, then how are they supposed to work hard in order to achieve that goal if they don't know what that goal is? So vision is very important to us in making sure that each and every one of our team members understands our vision and what we want to accomplish in the long run. Adaptability is very important in making sure that you can analyze and change how you react or how you act towards a situation is crucial in being able to solve that situation or be able to function in that situation effectively, whether it be a conflict maybe with another coworker or a team member, or being able to communicate efficiently with a customer. Being able to adapt and change how you act in that situation is very important and able to make everything run very smoothly. Delegation, this is very important for our leaders especially, is being able to delegate tasks to the rest of their team members. Our leaders are amazing. However, they cannot carry the entire weight on their shoulders. They need to be able to delegate tasks and responsibilities to their team members and be able to trust their team members to be able to carry those out efficiently and in a manner that will be successful to that team. Recognition, also very important for our leaders to remember, is when you delegate, make sure that your team members are getting recognition for the time and the effort that they are putting into each and every project that you are assigning them. Recognition can help boost our confidence levels in our teams, as well as make them feel like they're a part of a team and not just a piece of a huger scheme that they're not necessarily being recognized for. But knowing that you are a part of something and that you are making a difference is a huge confidence booster and can make all the difference in how much effort and work that our team puts into every project. I'm going to pass it off to Ramandeep to talk about emotional intelligence.
Hi everybody, my name is Ramandeep and I'm going to be talking about how to effectively apply emotional intelligence to improve management. To start off with, emotional intelligence is an important factor in things like relationships and life satisfaction, and it's essentially being level-headed, and that's what shows your emotional intelligence. Second, achieving emotional intelligence success includes being able to perceive emotions, using your emotions to facilitate negotiations, and just simply understanding emotions and being able to manage them. Third, leaders also need to be aware of the emotions of the people that work for them in their teams, because this makes for a more positive workplace culture and helps to achieve organizational goals overall. Recently, the study of emotional intelligence as it pertains to workplace emotions has gained traction since it's an effective predictor in job performance and leadership skills before you hire someone. And one thing we can use to predict emotional intelligence is the Trait Emotional Intelligence Questionnaire. This predicts a person's adaptability and empathy, among other things, which are essential for emotional intelligence. And last, even though good leaders are usually high in emotional intelligence, you also need to be aware of the negatives of this as well, because it can cause you to over-identify with people and end up becoming too judgmental and critical, and overall it just needs to be used sensibly so it doesn't cause any problems. So next I'm going to be talking about power and politics in organizational growth. To start off with, leaders can influence organizational growth by advocating for positive organizational power dynamics through things like respect and openness in communication from all levels of employees, leading to a more productive work environment. It's also important for our leaders to emphasize team building instead of just command and control among employees. It's essential to promote individuality and teamwork in the workplace so everyone feels comfortable being who they are and creating more output. Third, there should also be a two-way line of open communication to avoid buildup of resentment in the lower ranks of employees, and this is where mid-level management comes in, because they need to be available to act as a siphon of information from lower levels of employees so they can take the innovative change suggestions from the lower level employees who are actually dealing with the work day to day and take that to the higher level people who are actually able to make changes happen. And last, managers are important because they act as an important piece in the chain of command since they interact both with the lower level employees and the top level managers, making them an essential part of that chain of command.
And now I'd like to move on to organizational learning strategies that we will use at the Fainting Goat. First, we are going to find innovative ways to educate our team. Not everybody is the same. Everyone is an individual person. So everybody has goods, bads, and they learn different. Also, they respond different. So with that, we need to make sure that each person is individualized and they're treated as such, where they will feel accomplished and that they will understand that they are needed, that they are wanted, and that they have a place in our organization. Then we also have formal and incidental learning. Formal learning is more of a class or a booklet that we will give our leaders as well as team members in order to read on and learn at their own pace. And then of course there is incidental learning, which is whenever somebody has a type of error that goes on around them and we have to learn as a team on the fly. But no matter what, we need to make sure that we're being open-minded when we do this. No matter how many times a situation has happened, it doesn't mean that you're allowed to go into it with a closed mind. Every single person needs the respect that you would expect yourself. Our leaders at the Fainting Goat need to be able to look, study, analyze at every single situation. There is no such thing as it's the same thing every day. There's always different people, different attitudes, different moods. Somebody who's usually happy can wake up mad for one day. And with that, we need to make sure that our leaders, as well as our team members, are open-minded, learning, and paying attention to their surroundings. And then another thing is that we want them to expect what you give. And when I say them, I mean every single person in our team as an organization, from the person who washes the dishes to the person who pushes the papers in the office. Expect what you give. It's golden rule in life. Treat others how you would like to be treated. And here at the Fainting Goat, we want to make sure and ensure your safety, stability, and that you are treating people the way that you really want to be treated. So that is all of the key points that I have on organizational learning strategy that mean so much to me. Open-mindedness, making sure that we're learning, and constantly being alert and knowing where you want to make the next step. Now we are going to move on to ethical negotiation strategies. So ethics is different for everyone. We understand that. There is different ones for religions, there's different ones for cultures, so not everyone's the same. And with that, we need to make sure that we're not judging others, either on their looks, their accents, their appearance, anything. We are not supposed to judge others. We are all equal here, and we want to make sure that we stay equal. We are a very big customer-based, customer-focused restaurant. We are not a chain. We don't ever want to be, because we want to make sure that our team is our team. We want to ensure that we have cohesiveness through everywhere. And when we want cohesiveness, we are customer focused. So if you want to treat somebody badly, think of them as a customer. You would never do that. So we are very customer focused, customer based. We want to make sure that we have the best product. Everyone's unique in their own way of dealing with things. And sometimes that means that you have to bring in an extra party, be it a manager or a peer. Either way, that person is usually supposed to be neutral about the situation that is happening. And at the end of every single conflict, we need to ensure and make sure that we state that there's common ground found, that there is some kind of conclusion that either you two met in the middle or one person realized that they were thinking negatively and not effectively towards our team. Either way, no matter what, no matter who's right, who's wrong, there needs to be common ground set so that that type of interaction doesn't need to happen again with those two team members. We're trying to grow and we're not trying to keep running around in circles. For our leaders or anybody in management, fear is not a tool at all. Fear is something that the older organizations would have used in order to bend people to their will and treat people as numbers. Here, we are making sure that people are people, and we want to make sure that fear is never used. We do not use fear tactics. We want everybody to be equal, and we want everyone to feel safe in their work environment, either physically, mentally, emotionally, all the way around safe. Another thing for our ethical negotiation would be our body language. Sometimes if you walk into a room with your head down, don't make eye contact. Somebody else may read you and go, ooh, I don't want to talk to him today. So when we are using our body language for ethical negotiation, we need to make sure that they're focused, that we are focused on them, that we have eye contact, that we're sitting up straight, that we're open, our mouth is not in a straight line, that we have relaxed features, and that we are not putting off any type of negative energy or even anxious energy or anything else. We want to make sure that we are aware of our body gestures, our body languages, and also how we are saying things with tone and with the words that we are using. Thank you very much, and that is all I have for ethical negotiation strategy.
Hi, my name is Eric Loughmiller. I'm going to talk about the conflict management process that we try to use here at the Fainting Goat. We all believe each person is a unique individual. Personally, every person on this planet likes to think that they're unique and special, and that is true. Everybody has something to offer themselves and to offer to the world around us. However, all of us are really not all that different. The thing that brings us together is that we're all trying to accomplish the same goal in the workplace. We're all trying to get the same job done. In doing this, there's going to be conflict at times, whether it's just two people that don't get along together, don't see eye to eye on an issue, or a simple disagreement. And then there'd be times where when we're dealing with customers who are displeased, and we need to know how to handle those situations also. The main thing that we need to keep in mind is that we all share a common goal, and our common goal is to get the job done, to please our customer, and to get on with our day. The first thing that we need to do is set a neutral field in order to accomplish our negotiations. And in order to do this, we need to make sure that both parties are heard. Both parties need to be heard. And in that manner, we're able to set a neutral field so that we can all voice our opinions. This neutral field needs to be a forum where nobody's right and nobody is wrong. and we can all be heard. And in that, sets a ground where we can start moving forward. One way we can do this is we can use the concept of humor, not actual humor, although it may lighten the situation, but the concept behind humor. The concept behind humor is that we're basically telling a story that has an expected outcome. The part that makes humor funny is when we are trying to give an unexpected outcome to this story. That's where the funny part comes in. And when we're giving an unexpected outcome, it basically helps us to see another point of view. It's basically an unexpected point of view. And that's where humor comes in. Now, the concept behind humor is that we try to get people to see something that they haven't seen before, the other side of the coin, so to speak. So when we're in conflict with each other, it really helps if one faction can see how the other party sees things. That isn't a right or wrong. It's the culmination of the conflict process. So once we have it, everyone has been heard and they've all set their problems out on the table, then we can actually start coming to some resolutions to our problems. Once our voices have been heard, we can find resolutions that are acceptable to all parties, not just one, but all parties involved. And that's what acceptable resolution is really all about, is just finding a common ground for everyone. So in our business, especially with our employees, we really have an open door policy. If there's any grievances with managers or leaders, we expect everyone to come and voice their opinion in a reasonable and friendly manner. And, we treat all our guests like this too. We expect our guests to be able to, voice their complaints to our staff and our management. And we expect our staff and our management to resolve these complaints for our guests, especially for our guests, which brings us around to our team building strategy. And when we have a cohesive team with excellent leaders, we can start to support each individual. So we have leaders supporting teams, and we have teams supporting each individual in the team. This is a symbiotic relationship. What that basically means is we have a group of individuals that we've brought together to achieve a common goal. That's what a team is all about. If we have each member of the team supporting each other and the leader is supporting the team, we should be able to accomplish anything. As each individual in the team is supported by everyone else, we can become a more efficient team. Each person will start feeding off of every other member of the team. So if there's someone that's not pulling their weight, let's pull them into the group and figure out, what's holding them back. Is it something with the group? Is it something within themselves? What can everyone do to help this person move forward? There are some individuals who we just can't help, but for the most part, I think everyone wants to help out. Everyone wants to be part of a group, and we can do this by empowering each individual to help each other. Once every person in this organization is individually powered, we can become a more cohesive and efficient unit. And in this manner, our business really thrives. We can really move forward, so it's really a relationship that does not stop with any one person. Our leaders have to help our teams, making our teams more functional, more efficient, and really lifting them up to be more than they can. And each individual within the team supports every other member of the team, which lifts up the entire organization. So it's, a job done by one person is really that they can do a good job. However, an excellent job can be done by a team, and this support, will actually feed itself. Everyone will start, you know, really growing from this relationship. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Iryna Mamochka. Cross-cultural communication is impeccable here at the Fainting Goat. We're all about diversity and inclusion. Our team consists of members that possess a variety of different skill sets, and that helps our operations to run smoothly. We hold our leaders responsible for establishing effective coordination strategies. Our business thrives on effective cross-functional and cross-cultural communication. We hold required trainings and meetings, as well as maintain high standards of respect towards one another and their cultural background. Allow me to elaborate. We have leaders frequently seek training in cultural values, meanings, and expand their knowledge, and that is the key. We believe finding universal means of communication is key to reducing misunderstanding caused by cultural differences. As we know, nonverbal communication is 80% of what we don't say, and that matters. We understand that, and we communicate things by bringing awareness to this area, and we can rest assured that that is being uniquely focused on. Everyone is unique in their own way, and we can grow together and emphasize just that. We embrace our individuality and seize each moment to grow together. We carry ourselves with the utmost professionalism in not only how we speak, but how we treat each other and how we present ourselves. We use our individual differences to innovate, educate, and be example to other organizations. Therefore, we especially focus on concepts in times like now where the global market is all about change and innovation. By doing this, we are building strong leaders, and our diverse employee backgrounds bring so much to the table. Lastly, empathy is important cross-cultural communication focus because it allows to see conflict from other perspectives. Respecting boundaries of each other help us avoid cross-cultural conflict, and we do not forget to celebrate our backgrounds, and we do that so often. Our organization has developed a coaching program that helps build internal and external aspects of leadership. The internal aspects include self-awareness and confidence. The external aspects include communication skills and stress management. By focusing on these, we can significantly improve our outcomes of training our employees. Diversity brings creativeness and competitiveness into the team. This includes understanding the importance of beliefs, culture, norms of the team. We believe in the power of peer coaching. When peer coaching is properly used, there will be discussion, effective feedback, and combined agreement. And of course, lastly, doing the action together. This adds to how each team member relates to one another and helps to build a long-lasting connection. Training allows team members to be more effective in their performance so that their performance can grow and their relationship can flourish with each other. Our team members are our most important assets. Therefore, we invest into them. Coaches' satisfaction from assisting others in development and really helps them thrive. And subordinates gain satisfaction from learning skills and tasks, and of course, by receiving positive feedback. We encourage and enjoy seeing all of our team members both grow personally and, of course, professionally. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nelson Mclin. I am a team member of the Fainting Goat Cafe, and today I would like to take a few minutes to discuss decision making. We know that life is full of events that will require us to make decisions. So it's very important that we have a process to try to make the most correct or ethically right decision that's possible based off the situation. So again, I just want to briefly discuss the 6 steps that we have adopted, and we're following an ethical decision-making process. The first one is know the facts. So knowing the facts is simply, that's the first process of just gathering information, whether that's a team member that has a disagreement with another team member or a customer. So just getting all the facts and trying to stay away from any assumptions at this time. The next step would be to identify the required information. That is, once we have all the facts, what other information do we need to gather that support the facts? So we're just really collecting all the information that's needed and having it listed down. The next step is listen to concerns, number 3. And what's important about that, this is allowing both parties, whatever the situation may be, but we will apply active listening. It's important that we listen and not hear the concerns that, whether again it be a team member or a customer has. So we are applying active listening. And we also will be asking questions, in other words, to make sure that we understand what the concerns are. Now, after we have the list of concerns, we basically have to develop our possible resolutions, and I call that course of actions. We use that in the military. Based off facts and the information and listening to all the concerns, what are the possible course of action solutions can we apply? And we're using that. We're going to base this off facts, SOPs that we have established, and SOPs are standard operating procedures, policies, and so forth. Because each course of action will have a repercussion. So that leads us to the next step, which is step 5, evaluate the resolutions. So based off our course of actions, we need to evaluate, and we will thoroughly look through and make sure which one has as far as the resolution, which one has the best possible outcome. And really that's for both parties, again, whether it's team members or customers. And then the last and final step is just to simply recommend an action and implement it. So really what I discussed, these 6 steps, and it's following the ethical decision-making process there. And we want to apply that when we are applying decision-making. That will allow us to think more critical, and it will also allow, again, for the best possible outcome. And in conclusion, on my last slide here, I just want to highlight 4 points that's very important throughout our entire guide that we presented to you. The first one is applying leadership principles, and the 2 biggest principles there is lead by example, and leadership is really about the followers. It's not about the leaders, it's about the followers. So we strive to make sure we are empowering our team members. Open communication, we want to again enforce more listening than hearing, and ensure that we are transparent with our communications channel. And we're going to also make sure that we are constantly asking for feedback. Team building, that is the core, that is the strength of our organization. We strive on building diverse teams, and that will foster creative thinking from each member. And we also have established coaching and mentorship workshops that is focused on team development, which will ultimately enhance our organization and the individual and team career development. And then last one, conflict management. That kind of goes with the decision making that I mentioned earlier, but we're applying critical thinking and the ethical decision making process. And we want to make sure that all of our team members are involved when we are making decisions, because this will allow for a broader view or a more wide range view of flexibility, and it allows us to stay innovative and ready, for any new change that happens. So again, in conclusion, I hope you enjoyed reading the guide that we have presented to you. We are an extension of the community. It's very important that the customer needs and our team member needs are being met. And hopefully it's our hope that this team leadership guide will provide a valuable document and reference, and just so we can understand and know that it's very important to lead our teams through any challenges that may come up, and that will keep us relevant and more of a service to the community. So again, I would like to thank you all taking a minute of your time to listen to my presentation, and thank you. Have a good day.